Hello buddies, and welcome back to this masterclass for the beginner in C programming language. And today guys, we have something different again, as usual, creative, very imaginative, and that is how to use a while loop in C programming language. Welcome, is your guy the wolf. Okay, welcome once again. So we'll start off by creating a C file here. So I'm using code blocks. So new, I want a new project. I want a console application, and then we can say click that, then go next, click next, and I'll pick C, then next, and I will call it a while. And I'm using camel case, it's a good practice. So while loop, and then I click next, and then next. Yes, I say yes. Oh, project already exists. Oh yes, I just override. So we have this here. Okay, now we have our C file here. We have our libraries above here automatically imported into our code block. So guys, let's start off by defining what while loops are. So loops can execute a block of codes as long as a specified condition is reached. So loops are handy because they save time, reduce errors, and they make code more readable. So we will start off by a while loop, and the while loop loops through a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. So the syntax for this while loop is just simple. It's like this over here. So you just write a while loop. So it's like you say while something is there, or while something is happening, do this. So once that something is over, then we break out of the loop. So we can say while certain condition is there, do this. So that's what I mean. So you can print even this hello world, control copy, or just cut copy early, and you can push this down, no problem. And now you can paste it in here like that. Okay, so if I run this, what do you think? So I haven't created any condition here, so I should create a condition. And then sometimes if there is a problem with the condition, this while can run and run forever. So let's meet the condition here. Oh, was this even the syntax, guys? Anyway, no problem. Condition. Once a certain condition is there, the code block to be executed will be in here, just like this over here. That is it. So let's do this one example here, and then see what we can get. So I will create a variable. I just create a variable here. Let me just put a variable here. Let's say an int type, and an int type I can give a value of 0. So this code in the loop will run over and over again as long as variable this I is less than 5. So okay, let me just now put, say here in the condition, because this is not the condition, you can say I is less than 5. So we can say while I, which is actually 0, is less than 5, continue printing hello world, or let's just print the number so that we can count 1 to 5. That will be at least easier. So to print a number, you just remember you need to use the format, then you can put a new line. Once you print something, just print in a new line, and then you can put now a comma here, put a comma there, then I print that I. So while I is less than 5, and we should actually convert, increment, so that once I is 1, the second time is 2, the third time is 3, so we need to increment that I. Once it runs, once this print function runs, we should increment this I so that we can go through from number 1 to number 5. Okay, so let's increment this number, this I plus plus. That's how we increment. So okay, so what else? So let's see what we have. Compile it. Saying that multiple definition of main. Maybe this one is affecting. We just should delete it. Okay, so I have deleted it. So let's find out this can run. Boom, building the bug, then compiling, and boom, there we are. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 is not included. Yeah, it's not included because that is the condition. So again, let's do another thing here. But one thing that you guys need to notice is that do not forget to increase the variable used in the condition using this incrementing. Remember to do this, otherwise the loop will never end. So yeah, so let's see how we can do a countdown example. For example, this was let's just do a countdown example. So this example counts down from 3 to 1, or from a number 10 to 0, and we can print something, we can display something at the end. So let's do it. So to do that again, let's create an int type of countdown here now. Let me just call it countdown, and then I can assign a number here. Let me just put 10. So now this is a counter. So I can say that while countdown, control copy, while countdown is greater than 0, well, countdown is greater than 0, which is true. Now this one we will decrement. We will print that number and then decrement by 1 until we reach 0. So how do we do that? Again, we will bring this countdown now here. Control copy and just print. So we will continue printing this, and now remember to decrease this number, to decrement it. So to decrement a number, you just put negative. So every time you just decrease by 1, and then finally you can come to 0. So we can maybe print something out, maybe in this before return. Once we get out of the loop, you can print again. You can print function, and we can say happy new month. So then we can print in a new line. So let's run this. Before that, you need to cancel this, then run it. Okay, there's a problem somewhere. Yeah, so we have 9, 10. I mean, we have 10, 9 until 1, and then finally we say happy new month, right? So okay, that is it about a while loop, and let's find what a do while loop does. Okay, so okay, so let's do the do while loop. So the do while loops is a variant of a while loop, and this loop will execute the code block once before checking if the condition is true. Then it will repeat the loop as long as the condition is true. So let's do it and find out. So this has to print at least once before the condition starts to. Damn, there you go. So okay, so the syntax is so simple. Did I say syntax? What did I say? So the syntax is simple. It's like just like this. Let me just show you here real quick in this blank white space. So it should be like do something, bro. Do something before you do something, right? For example, you need to breathe, man, before you start talking, right? So do while loop is a really good example in human function. I think so. So like you should be printing a code here. So code block to be executed, and then now that's when we will jump into a while loop now. So so we will say while the condition is true, then so now this is the condition. Not the condition. Okay, so let me do one example where I use a do while loop, and then the loop will always be executed at least once, even if the condition is false. So before the code block is executed and before the condition is tested. So let's do that. I will say I'll do a number here. So I will check a condition. Let me just do this. So I will say continue. In a do, I will just want to print function, and I will print let me just create a string. It's a handle. Okay, so guys, I will just create a string here. Not a string, bro. Let me just create a little example here by creating an int type here. Int I is equal to 0, and then I'll do now print something here, and I'll just say, because I just want to print an integer in a new line. This is not the new line, but this one. And then a comma there, and then I should print now I, right? So no matter what, I'll be printing I. Then from here, I will concatenate. I mean, I will increment the number. I will increment the number by 1. So to increment a number, you just put that number there, or whatever that variable is, and then you add plus plus. So we have incremented by 1, and now we will continue like that until now. We will have to, in this while now, we will do this. will say I is less than 5 and return 0. So let me just see whether I have that here and delete all these. So return, get him return him back here, right there. So where is it? There we go. So we have 0 to 4, and then we finally have this yeah, that is it. Again, that's one thing that you need to notice here, that do not forget to increase the variable using the condition, otherwise the loop will never end. So let's do a condition which is a false from the start. Let's see what we can have. So in this example, the condition I is less than 5 was true at the beginning, so the loop executed multiple times. But what if the condition is false right from the start? So in that such example, the variable I started, for example, let me just do this example here. So this one, I just want to have a variable I which will start from 10. So the condition I is less than 5 is false immediately. So yet the do while loop still runs once. So let's do it. And now the do while, I just want to do the function here. Let me just delete this. Say I is percentage d in a new line, and then a comma, then we print I. So increment it again, and now while, so this is a false, you see, from the start, right? So while I is less than 5, what should we do? So run this. So at least this one will run once, even if the condition is false from the start. So the code block will just still execute only just one time. So if I run this, so I run it, boom, I is 10 because it's false from the start. Yes, you can see that. So in summary, the do while loop always runs at least once, and even if the condition is already false. So this is different from regular while loop, which would skip the loop entirely if the condition is false at the start. So at least this one prints 1. So this behavior makes a do while useful when you want to ensure something happens at least once, like showing a message or asking for user inputs. So we can do one example here, which is more of a practical example where we can use input and user input. So the example keeps asking the user to enter a positive number, and then the loop stops when the user enters 0 or a negative number. So we can do that. So we can do this by just changing this our integer here to, let's create a variable called the number, right? And then we can say do, so we can change entirely this and say enter a positive number, and then something like that, because this is a string, it should be in there. So again, now I can use an inbuilt function we use called scan, which we actually use to get the input from the keyboard. So scan function, we can now say we want, first of all, we want a string, so let's do a percentage percentage d, then we want a number now, because this is the format. So and a variable like that, and then here now we can say okay, let me just remove this, and so we can say while number, this here, while number, copy, so while number is less than 0, so if you put a 0, we will just return, just get out of the, yeah, just like that. So enter positive number. You see, let's find out. So this is what we will get from the scanner. So let's just run this. Okay, so run. Error expected below token line 12. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry, but you're becoming more intelligent. Boom, enter positive number. So again, you can see. So let me just run this and see whether it's working. Okay, enter positive number. So this one you will keep on, once you enter positive number, so we just keep asking, because it's just checking whether the number is, while the number is just greater than 0, it's just checking the positive number. So if the number is a negative number, then you just jump out of the loop. So for example, if I put 0, you see it's out of the while loop. Again, that is it for this. So note that we will learn more about this scan function, here, because this just we use this to get the keyboard. Well, this is just we just scan the whole function that monitors the keyboard, and then we get the keys that has been pressed. So but we will learn more about this later. Yep. So lastly, guys, real life examples using loops. So to demonstrate the practical example of the for loop, let's create a program that can count to 100 by tens. So I will just create an int variable here. Let me just call it an I, and then I can do, now let me just remove this, because we want to use a for loop. So I can say for I, you can say for I do something. So for I is equals to 0, okay, I is equal to 0, it's assigned to 0, and now I is less or equal to 100. So for I, initially is assigned 0, and once I is less than or equal to 100, continue. So we will continue incrementing I. So we will do something like, now this is real life example, right? So I plus equal 10. Oh, now this one is getting out of control. No, it's not, it's just a simple thing. So print function. So we can now do what? So this is just a count by 100 by tens. So that's why I use this here. By tens, we count by tens. So in this print function, since I'm printing an integer, I will just format it, and then a new line, just like that, and put a comma here, and then print I, just like that, so return 0. So let's run this. Hope there is now a mistake. Oh, there's a mistake here. And again, let's run it, and it's running. There we go. So we have counted by 10. So we started 10, 20, 30, 40. You can see that it's really working good. Again, let's do another one example here. So this example, we create a okay. So this one, we just want to create a program that can only print even numbers between 0 and 10 inclusive. So to do this, we just, again, we have our int here. Now we will change a little thing here. Okay, this is now, we should I is equal to, actually I should remove this now, and this should be I, again I plus 2, and then we print I again. So yeah, this is actually by 2. Okay, so let's print it, and we will get to at least part. Oh, let me just do a small number. And this one is huge, so I should do a 10 here. I'm gonna do a 10, so you can get a few numbers like 2, 4, yeah, just like that. Again, let's again print odd numbers, where we can print only odd numbers. So to print only odd numbers, you just have to change, and again, this should be now not equal, but now remove this equal sign. We will say, yeah, I is less than 10, I equal to I plus 2, which will print an odd number. So print again. So this is just playing around with this thing. Is this an odd number? No, I think I've mistaken somewhere. Those are not odd numbers. Okay, less than 10, where show, oh, this one should be not now 0 but 1, so that we can start somewhere. And then yeah, 1 is, because 1 is an odd number, right? 1 is an odd number. Imagine, that is funny. Odd number is a number that can divide by itself. Yeah, something like that. Okay, I don't know, just check it out. So let's run this. So we'll get 3, 5, 7. Yeah, no, that's an odd number. Again, let's print the number print a number with a power of 2 up to, let's say, maybe 12. So a power of 2. Let me just change this to 2, and now this should be no, this should be 2, and then this should be equal again, equal sign here. Let's say 512, and then now I as is equal to 2. Now remove this. Now this is a number by a power of 2. So again, let's run this, and we will see. Yeah, this is a number, a power of 2. So 2 power 2, 4 power 2, 8 power 2, 16 power 2, 64 power 2. Just the memories. This is how we actually group memories in chips. So C is good in chip programming, remember that. And so again, I just want to create one last example here, where we will create a program that prints the multiplication table for a specified number. So a multiplication table, to print a multiplication table is so easy. So to do that, again, guys, we just have to create a number here, and this number, we will assign it number 2 inside that variable of number. So again, I should have another int type here, and I will give it just not assign it, but just leave it like that. So before that, I think I should tell you what I want to do here. So I'm just want to print the multiplication multiplication table for the number 2. So okay, so I will just use a for loop. So it says for I is equal to 1, for I is equal to 1, and the I now is less or equal to, let's say, 10. So I increment I. So to increment I, just do this, and now we will print something like this: multiply. Just put an X here. Just do an X, and then again percentage D in a new line, and then now, because we have two variables here, so I will put my first variable, which is number, and then comma again, and then I there, comma again, and then that number multiplied by I. Let's see, is something cooking in there? Yes, something is cooking. So let's run this. Boom, we have a multiplication table here. Should we get some answers? So yeah, we should have gotten some answers. Something is wrong here. So number multiplied by I. Where's the problem? Let me just maybe misspell of some. There's a problem somewhere, bro. Just hold on a little bit. So I should have placed an equal sign here. So I did not do an equal sign here for the 3 numbers. So again, percentage, I did not include I here. So percentage D again, a new line. So let's run it again. So we have our answers here. We go. Damn, there we go. So we have created that multiplication table by 2. So that is it for today's class, guys, and see you in the next lesson. If you find this useful, just subscribe, like, and thank you.